In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Kalimera says, good morning. It's nice to see you all today. We had a little fake out of spring yesterday, and now it's cold again today. We've been adjusting our thermostats in our house probably over the last couple days. You know, there's a big difference between a thermometer and a thermostat. Both are important and useful, and it seems like they're very similar, but if you think about it, a thermometer and a thermostat are quite different. A thermometer obviously measures temperature. It's a quite static device. It tells you the temperature, and that's it. If it's telling you the temperature of your house, it's not going to heat it or cool it. If it tells you the temperature of your body, it's not going to offer a remedy. It'll just tell you what it is. A thermostat, on the other hand, is dynamic. Not only does it tell you the temperature, but it then invites you to change the temperature, to engage the furnace or the air conditioner. A thermostat is the mechanism by which an environment around that mechanism, the thermostat, is changed. It's dynamic, and it has potential. A thermometer will tell you like it is, and that's it. But a thermostat will tell you like it is and then influence the potential of a better environment. This little nuance is something I think that's important for us to think about today. This is the fourth Sunday of Great and Holy Lent, the Sunday of St. John Climacus, or St. John of the Ladder. As we probably know, he wrote the classic Orthodox text, the Ladder of Divine Ascent. And we're given the opportunity today to ask ourselves a question. Am I a thermometer or a thermostat in my spiritual life? This message is actually really beautifully highlighted in today's gospel lesson. You heard the gospel lesson a few moments ago. A man brings his son to Christ who is plagued with demons and has convulsions and foams at the mouth. And the disciples try to heal him and they're not able to. And then the man has an encounter with Jesus Christ. And he says, "Can you heal my son?" And Christ says to him, "Anything can happen for those who believe." And the father of this demon-possessed boy said something so powerful. First he said, the thermometer answer, "I believe." Then he said the thermostat answer, "Help my unbelief." You see, the father of this boy had a humble honesty. He admitted, "Yes, I believe." But then he also opened the door to potential and opened his heart to humility. And by saying, "Help my unbelief," says to Christ, there is still potential more for me to believe. I believe, yet help my unbelief. This is such a powerful message for us today. Do we have that humble honesty in our heart? Do we recognize that, yes, we believe? You're here today. You pray in your life. You do your best to live the spiritual life and to live a virtuous life. But do we also recognize in our hearts the potential for more? Do we have the humble honesty to also exclaim, "Lord, help my unbelief. Help open my heart to deeper faith. Help transform me further as a vessel of your Spirit. Help me be a thermostat." In other words, help me continue to change the environment I am in. Don't allow me, Lord, to only be static, but to also be dynamic. This frame of mind can seem as small as a nuance between a thermometer and a thermostat. We can live our lives thinking, yeah, I do a pretty good job. I try my best. I do my best with my kids. I ask for forgiveness. I go to church. I check the boxes of the faith. And I know all of us in here do. We do our best. But what Christ is inviting us today to consider 3 weeks before his glorious resurrection is, how much more can your faith be deepened? In what corners of your heart does there exist unbelief? And how can you and I, all of us, open ourselves up even further to God's glory? Because the depth at which we can encounter Christ is bottomless. It can only get deeper and deeper. And while trials and challenges in our life may make it difficult to see that, the triumphs and the blessings in our life certainly have highlighted the way that God's glory is truly present in our life, in our community, and in the world. And so today, this fourth Sunday of Great Lent, Sunday of St. John of the Ladder, I invite all of us to be thermostats. Consider the potential of greater change that can happen in the environment that you are in. When you adjust your thermostat this week, when it gets a little cold midweek and then a little hot later in the week, make sure you uncover your air conditioner, by the way, before you turn the AC on, right? Don't forget. Let's be honest. Make sure you cover your conditioner in the fall so it doesn't get messed up all winter, you guys. But when you go and adjust that thermostat, make it much more than a passive tap on your phone or turn of a button on the wall of your house. Use it as a point of reflection. In my life, how much more potential is there? How can I have a humble honesty with myself as to how much deeper my relationship can grow with Christ? And in doing so, how can I do much more than make a house more comfortable? In doing so, how can I transform the world which God has assigned for me? May we be thermostats. We be dynamic. May we approach Christ's glorious resurrection with a humble honesty about how much greater we can grow, how much deeper can become our relationship with Christ.